In this video, I'm going to go over exporting your models from Zbrush. So once I'm done sculpting, I'm happy with this model, I want to texture it. But I look here and I see that there's 1.4 million polygons on this model. So that is way too much for, if you wanted to put this into a render engine or, like game engine. Right, so that's way too many polygons. It's really takes a lot of computing power to display this. So what we're going to do is we're going to export a high resolution model and a low resolution model, and then using Substance, we're going to bake these high resolution textures onto the low resolution model. So it's going to look very, very high res, but it's actually not going to be very high res. So yeah. Let's get started. It's actually really simple. So first thing is we're going to duplicate this because we're going to export two different models, right? So I'm going to rename this. Zbrush to Substance, and this is going to be my low res, and I'm going to rename this one Zbrush to Substance high. All right. So this low one, I'm going to hide the high one. So this low resolution model, I'm going to go over to my geometry, and I have 7 subdivisions. So I'm going to go down all the way to subdivision number 1. And while we could work with this very easily, I'm going to go ahead and work with subdivision number 2. Right, like this. So it's a little more, has a little more kind of polygon data. And still, even with this, if we hover over here, we see it's only 1,400 polygons, which is nothing, right? So really good. The high resolution, we go and turn that on, is still at 7 subdivisions and 1.4 million. So we need to export both of these. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the low, go export, and export it as an OBJ, Zbrush to Substance low, and say save. And then go to high, select the high one, and go export, and Zbrush to Substance high.obj, and say save. So your subtool names kind of translate into your saved object names, so I always encourage, to have a good naming system so you know which models are which, because there are quite a lot. So now it is, my Zbrush is frozen because it is still exporting, but you get the gist. So next up is Substance.